Morning, morning, morning. How we doing this morning? Out there in tube land. I'm going to turn this down once this comes up because I know that that's there. Hit that. Turn that down a little bit. This here going. Alright. What's everybody doing today?
Good morning.
Hey Dan, how you doing, buddy? You get your under 5 bootloader put on and everything? You see, I sent you another link to another video to help you out.
Pretty good. How you feeling?
You know, it's close whether I was going to live stream or not this morning. You know,
I have had my kids until today.
Ah, okay. In other words, you'll be by, huh? It's all right if you do. I'm always here. I got mine.
I didn't see the link.
Well, I sent you a link in Discord. Yesterday. Got me a off-branded, I forget which one this is called.
Uh-huh.
Off of eBay. Came in yesterday. Or no, I got this off of Amazon, I think. Oops. That ought to be all right, though. This is going to go on my tomato.
I'll check. I'm still new to Discord.
It'll just have like a number 1 by your name or something like that, and you just click on yourself. I gotta look to see who the hell I got this from. I think I got it from Amazon. Yeah, I got it from
by-Teknetek clone.
Yeah, by-Teknetek clone. Off of Amazon. Can't afford a real one. Hell, I could hardly afford this one.
I think it was Amazon.
Yeah, I got it. I'm looking at it right here. $18.99. I think I only paid $17.99. No, I don't know why they had $1 off. No, I did pay $18.99 for it. So, and yeah.
You showed it to me the other day.
Online, yeah. So, yeah, I almost did that today, but I just not feeling good enough to do that today. So, I'm not doing that today. I'll do that. I don't know. Maybe I'll do that Sunday. Put that on the tomato. I don't know. Just gonna fart around with these sais here. They're going along good until, of course, I can't leave them alone, and then I touch them and I mess them up, and right there I mess that up, of course.
Quit fondling it and install it.
Yeah, tomorrow or Sunday. Sunday, you know. That's when that will be. I'm not doing it today. I don't feel good. I mean, I feel all right, but I don't feel good enough to do that. This damn thing pissed me off. I should almost.
I can't wait.
Almost just print another one, you know. that should fit. I got a marker here and mark where this goes. There you go. I know where it goes. Almost out of the 3D goop, man. That's all I got left. I got to use it sparingly. I can't use it for this whole job. The big pieces will have to be super glued together.
Probably print better with a by-Teknetek clone.
Well, yeah. Well, this ain't going on my new one. This is going on my old one. That's going to go on my old one because my old one don't even have an extruder. This one here is going to stay until it doesn't have an extruder. You got to figure that was almost 2 rolls of filament right there, buddy. I don't know what kind of music I got going on today, but holy smokes. I guess I can do it this way. At least your parts are
I'm
gonna
just busting your chops a little.
just a little. Just a little. Wouldn't be so bad if I could actually lay down and get a night's sleep, you know? I mean, like, I literally just woke up again here a half hour ago, or just got out of bed. And they're tossing and turning and fall asleep for 2 minutes. And I need to order new wheels, too. Just on the wheels, order what you call it. I better get this out. I'm going to earl this up a little bit. But she's sticking. I'm going to put a little bit of oil on that. My pump is sticking. Put a drop right in there. Once that was a big ass drop, wasn't it? Oh, man, too big. Yeah, piece of paper towel. Good enough. Now it should pump. On, you dirty bastard. Oh. Just about. That's an accelerator. So you gonna work on your Ender 5 today then, Dan?
I downloaded the TH3D software 7 times. I finally found another spot on their site to download it, the whole package. It worked right away. The Arduino piped up on screen like it's supposed to. Yes, I am.
Good, good, good. Come on now.
Boy G to work on the Ender 5 that is.
It's good. I think that's good enough, huh? Let me flatten that out. Flatten that out a little bit. That's a bad thing about super glue, man. Said it goes. It either doesn't go or it goes, you know? Nice and that there would pop back on. What I like about the gloop too is that the gloop gives you a second, you know. Not like this crap.
On or off with super glue. No halfway.
Yeah. Well, sometimes it doesn't stick, and then the next time it sticks like now. Oh, wait. That's the thing that drives me nuts. There we go. Got it. Hopefully, now it'll stick back together. Stick back together? I think so. That lined it up a little bit better. First, and it comes off. Good enough. I don't know why I've been getting into these knives and stuff lately, but I have been. You got a camera, Dan? Come on on. I'll send you a link. The kids got today and Monday. They got to go to school on Monday. How freaking dumb. You know? What I think I'm going to do is drain this down a little bit right here. That remind me to give you one of these, Dan, or did I already?
Can hear.
You gotta remind me to give you one of these, Dan. Or unless you already got one, or I already gave you one, I don't know.
Oregon goes till Thursday.
Oh, damn. All right. I figure I'd save the glue for these parts because these parts should be glued on a little bit better.
I used a deburring tool, but I don't own one.
Remind me to give you one next time you come over. I had a whole pack of them around here somewhere. Maybe I won't glue that. Nah. Well, maybe I'll glue the bottom.
Hi guys.
Hey, Rover, how you doing, buddy?
I would love one. Thanks.
You just have to print the handle, you know. And just glue the whole thing. They got the handles online because when you buy them, they send you 10 freaking blades. You know, and you don't need 10 freaking blades.
Tired not sleeping normally.
I hear you there. You're going to tell me about not sleeping normally. That's why normally is not sleeping normally. Come on, you bugger. Come on, you butt wedge. Tell me what I got on here. There it goes, almost.
My QFET, the 3D print emails. Past few days.
Yeah, I've seen the emails you sent me the past few days. I've seen some, I don't know how many. I don't know when I've been on there last. Come on, get over there.
Get asterisk.
Come on, you freaking toad. Get asterisk. What do you mean? There it goes. What do you mean, Rover? What do you mean, get asterisk? That might be good enough. Alright. And good enough. And when I take this thing around to clean it up, and so I didn't want to.
FET typo.
Oh. And when I clean them up like this, then most will clean up nicely. Most of it. I'm done with that crap. Alright. I think I should reprint this little tip. I'm thinking of this. That should be alright, huh?
Good evening, just popped in to say hi.
Oh, hey, Scholar. Sorry I missed your stream this morning, bud. I'm going to go that direction here. Yeah, I think we should go that way, huh?
No problem, mate. Will you make molds from them and make metals ones?
No. I am not a metal caster. I have enough problems with plastic.
G.I. Scalda. Hey Rover. Hi.
Alright, now where'd that one go? That one's there and that one's there. We'll glue this side together and just leave her for a little while. Let her dry. My tip would need a little bit of Bondo. But it looks straight anyways. Alright, now.
Send 1-2 inside the mind of Matt.
Yeah, there you go. The frickin' hell. Oh, there we go. Put them on the right way. And that's you see that color difference? What did I do different here? I did it a smaller layer height. This is at 0.16, I think, or this is 0.12 and this is 0.8. I forget. I know I went one apart. Yeah, this is 0.18 and this is 0.16 or 0.12. And it gives you such a color difference. It's funny. That is funny. I'll pull this here up now. Be flat. I just wonder if we're flat enough yet. The one thing I don't like about this stuff is that it just keeps on oozing forever and ever and ever. Well, that's just not going to work like that. Or is it because that side was down lower? Oh, yeah, you don't have them bastards on there perfect. You are SOL, ain't you?
Higher/lower temps when printing at different heights?
No. I pretty much always print at 205, unless I'm printing a different material. I might go a little bit higher if I'm printing it at like a real high layer, you know. If I get up into the 3 and try printing fast, or 2.8, 0.28, you know, then I might. There's that one. Let that stand up. Now this one. Sounds like somebody's here. Hey, Colin.
Morning, y'all. Was thinking that could have caused the discoloration.
Yeah, no, it's just the actual layer height is what caused it. How you going? How you doing, Ben? Let me see if I turn this up if this helps any. Because I can hardly hear you, Colin. Like you got picture but no audio.
Exhausted LOL, but working.
Yeah. I can't hear you, Colin. Oh, there a little bit.
Who took Raphael cups?
Hey, Robbie, how you doing, bud? I can hear you. It's just barely, though. What you up to today, Robbie? Getting closer. I mean, I got this. Usually, I'm down to like 20 on my volume, and you're real loud. Today, I'm at 30.
I'm really loud.
Usually, you are, but not today. I can hardly hear you.
Okay. Let's see if I can do something about that. I'm sure I can restore my usual loudness.
Race scars.
Working on race cars. There you go.
Where's the audio mixer? Is that better or worse?
Yeah, that's better.
Okay.
Hey, Ben.
So, building size
Yeah,
out of plastic. That seems potentially wrong.
well, sure it is. And now I got to reprint some shit.
Eh.
Because I do not like the handles on these. I mean, like my hand don't even fit on them.
They're made for kids, aren't they?
I thought they're kind of like full size almost. Yeah,
Wow.
that's full size.
Okay.
I mean, everything looks halfway decent except for the handle. Looks like it got shrunk down. And so it looks like Snooky.
So I'm thinking I need to print myself a coin sorter.
There you go.
So looking on Thingiverse, there are many coin sorters.
Yep.
Only a few of them for U.S. currency, and then only a few of them that don't require you to turn the thing or crank
Size
the
matters.
thing. When it comes to coinage, yes. But so I have these requirements. I'm looking for one that does not require me to turn or crank the thing in order to get it to operate. I want to be able to just dump the coins into a chute and have them, roll into their, down a chute into the appropriate sorting hole. And there don't seem to be many that fit that bill. There's one that works in the way I would expect it to, but it doesn't have a funnel of any kind. It's like you put one coin on at a time, which of course is silly. I don't know. I've not figured out exactly what I'll be printing, but that's the plan for today.
Nice. All right. Well, now I gotta go into Jira.
This is another great irritation with this machine. I don't know why. In recent versions of macOS, if I take this machine out of sleep, out of standby mode, it won't recognize anything in the SD card slot unless the card is in when the machine comes out of sleep mode. Now, the interesting thing will be if I close the screen, it will go into sleep mode. I can open the screen and the card will show up. The question is, will it kill the stream, or at least kill my connection in that process? Well, let us find out.
Let's just add 135. Whoops. That looks a little better. Uh, 135. And then 35 millimeters to them. I think that ought to be good. I'd like to actually increase the width a little bit too. 5%. Almost looks better. Five. Darn it. Undo. And my music died down. Alright. Can I reprint them too, I think? No, I can't reprint that one now. Let me look at this one. That should be alright. A little bit of wood fill. That's what I was going to get yesterday, was wood filler. Whoops, what happened to Colin? See you later, buddy. I was on cure. I didn't even notice he was gone. The way I noticed is he wasn't talking.
It appears not to have worked entirely.
Oh, there you are. But just no camera. Really? And so 1, 2. I think they need that many.
I again have no audio.
Yeah, you do. You have no video. Now you got no. Yeah, now you got video. Let's just drop that.
And it's back.
TRLR. That kind of blows. I do not like this music again today. It's hip hop crap.
You have music in the background?
Yeah.
Oh, maybe that's why the audio is cutting out randomly. It's trying to do echo cancellation or something.
I always have it going.
Well, I can usually hear it. I can't hear it now.
Can you hear it now?
Nope. Now I can. Yep, now I can hear it.
I usually don't have to have it that loud.
Well, we're having all sorts of interesting issues today, I guess.
Yeah.
Anyway, no, don't feel free to not have it that loud. It's not necessary. Be interesting to know, though, can people in the YouTube chat hear it at the normal volume you had going?
Yeah, well, I mean, the reason I do it just so there ain't, when we're not talking, there ain't sitting there with dead air, you know?
Yeah, it's not a bad thing.
4.5 hours. Well, this ain't getting done on this stream.
Hey, Scalder, how's it going? Krieg 3D is here.
Yep, Ben.
And Robbie Mac.
A wee bit of everybody.
Yep.
Alright. Let's go back one minute. Reject. Exit. Where's my scraper? Good enough. All right. Little refresher on there. Good enough. Good enough. Really didn't want to have these things split here, but I just really didn't see no other way of doing it without a crap load of support.
I don't know. I need to experiment more with tree supports. I mean, there should be ways to do a lot of cool things with tree supports, but
Oh yeah.
I don't know organically shaped objects. So I guess I would have a lot more use for tree supports if I did. So this guy says he has another version on his web page that he's selling that has a funnel and is in some way fixed. His web page cannot be reached. I guess I will not be buying that model.
That's kind of hard to buy something when you can't find it, right?
Yeah, I guess not. I guess I will be printing the other model. Sun Hokey 3D printer owners. Have you ever heard of Sun Hokey 3D printers?
Nope. That I have not.
Okay.
Am I supposed
Me
to?
either.
No? All right. Well, I don't feel bad then.
No, I don't know. So here's the passive coin sorter. You can see at the top here where you would put a funnel that would allow you to.
Well, so he gives you everything but the funnel?
He gives you everything but the funnel, and he says he's got a couple other bug fixes that he included in a paid version. The paid version that I can't get to.
Yeah. It's kind of a douche move.
Kind of is. I get how you'd want to, monetize a slightly cooler version, but don't put a beta version with bugs in it out on Thingiverse. That's just put a thing with less features. All right, well, I guess I will print these. I don't understand why these coin sleeves are different sizes either. That seems like a poor design.
What are different sizes?
So if you look at this model, you'll see that the areas below the main slide are these coin sleeves, these cylindrical towery things.
Yeah.
Each sleeve is a different size, a different diameter.
Well, it should be for a different diameter.
Well, no, not really, because normally if you're sorting coins, you're going to be putting them into like paper coin wrappers. So you would simply insert the coin wrapper into the plastic sleeve.
But you don't want a dime coin wrapper flopping around inside a quarter hole.
Right. Well, but the solution there would be to have a little notch or groove into which you could slide the top rim of the paper so that it stays centered within the sleeve. The point is, you don't want to have multiple models of these sleeves that you have to print or maintain instead of just a single sleeve of the largest required diameter?
I don't know. God,
Maybe not. Maybe I'm way off.
I think
Let us consult the YouTube chat and decide whether the consensus is for model efficiency or
is with different size tubes.
Yeah.
Even on the one that I had at the bar, and that was an electronic one.
Yeah. Okay.
That had different size tubes.
Well, I got to print 4 of them anyway, so I guess it doesn't really matter if they're the same size or different sizes.
And it will take less time if they're smaller.
Marginally, yeah. All right. So this other guy did a remix. Oh, let's look at the comments. What do people have to say about this?
Yeah, you might want to look at them. They might say, this thing's crap, don't work at all. I think the chat's broken. Everybody's chatting up a storm, and then everybody shut up.
Yeah, the last thing I see is the size matters.
Yep. That was the last thing that was said.
Robbie has frightened everyone away. Damn you, Robbie, and your pervert jokes.
I don't know where the Minnesota maker is, and Vince and everybody. Well, Vince might be working, I guess.
Let's see. Yeah, I guess I'll just have to.
Yeah, these things are just going to have a lot of edges, man. That sucks.
So what's the? You said it required lots of supports. I don't see any portion of this that would require huge amounts of support.
This?
Yeah.
Yeah, you stood it up there. This would all be supports underneath.
No, it wouldn't. That's a very shallow angle. That wouldn't need support. I don't think. I don't know. I would attempt it without support. I think it would have a reasonable degree of success.
Let's see.
Now, that other piece that you have laid out on the table in front of your hand, that seems that would require support to that very bottom edge, obviously.
This?
Yeah.
That's the same thing as this, just without this.
Okay. I misspoke. I thought you were referring to the supports that would be required for the tips of the upper curves there.
Like that,
yeah.
up and down.
Right, but I would think that you would be able to get away with support only in that center bottom area.
Here, you mean?
Yeah.
That's what I'm looking for right now.
I think that's all you would need.
Middle. Alright.
This is one of those opportunities where I would suggest trying out the support enforcers in the Prusa slicer.
I don't even have Prusa slicer installed.
Yes, but that's easy to correct.
I know. Install it, right?
I thought you said you messed around with it at one point.
No, not Prusa.
Oh, okay. It must have been somebody. Maybe that was Ron. Alright, so now here we have all three parts as separate pieces.
You know, somebody was telling me that there is a way to do it, to use Cura to marry two parts together.
Well, I imagine if you align them perfectly on the plate such that there's no space between the part that you want touching, that would work. But there are probably better ways of doing it than that.
Yeah, because that's almost easier said than done.
Good morning, Wiley.
Good morning, Ron.
Sorry I didn't get on earlier. I had to get my printer working.
You're fine. Alright, now move over.
Colin's on too?
Yep. I'm printing a coin sorter today.
Cool. I just got an email that was pretty interesting yesterday.
Oh?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah?
Yeah, I'm going to become a guest on a show tomorrow on Thursday, so...
One show, first layer?
Home Gadget Geeks.
Oh, cool.
Home Gadget Geeks is basically like the everyday man's look at technology, and it gets a little bit...
Is it a podcast or a TV show or what?
Podcast, and they broadcast live on YouTube. They do it live every Thursday. So
cool.
Me on their show. So I'm hoping to get everybody involved, you know, if everybody wants to come on and do it. So I'm going to be putting out a video probably tonight. Probably it's going to become a live stream, and tell everybody about it. Tell them to go subscribe, hit their bell. Let's get everybody in there, and let's see what we can surprise them, basically. Make their chat even more livelier, and you're going to see a lot of people jump in.
There you go.
I'm hoping. Well, you know. So Craig's on here. I see Rover's on here. I see Max on here. I see Scalda's on here. Good morning, all of you guys.
Well, I'm sitting there wasting all this time. Let me just prepare it. Yeah, it's like all of a sudden everybody quit talking. Robbie broke the chat.
Ah, damn.
Dan was talking, was real chattative right away, and then Rover came on, was real chattative right away, and then Robbie come on and started chatting and scared everybody off.
Well, I know Ben is busy this morning. He said he had a whole lot of he has to be in the rich area working on air conditioner, so I know
Yeah.
he's busy doing that.
See if I can grab this, put it up here for now. Let that slice for an hour. Why am I locked on Collins? I don't know.
There seems to be nothing in here about.
So, what are you printing this time around? I see almost like sword parts.
Yeah, I'm reprinting this handle because these are just so small.
Mm.
It's for sais.
We're all just being polite, letting the next guy have a turn.
Well, that politeness lasted 26 minutes. I got a counter on the chat. You guys were polite for a whole 26 minutes. I suppose, Dan, sometime I should get my ass out of my house and come down to your house to check out your printer, huh? You got the Ender 5.
Yeah, the Ender 5 would be a cool printer to look at.
Hey, look at there's Matt.
Yep, State Farm's lurking.
Lurking. Yep, I'm that polite. Smiling face with open mouth and smiling eyes.
Yeah, Matt's always lurking in the background.
I just am glad I wasn't the programmer who had to sit there or the code monkey who had to sit there and enter textual descriptions for every emoji.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That
All right,
seems
now Ron, a question
not
for
fun.
you. With the
Sure.
coin sorter, Collins wants to print a coin sorter. Now, with a coin sorter, are each cylinder different sizes or are they all the same size?
They're all different sizes.
Thank you.
Well, so my thinking was that you should, from a design perspective, you should have the cylinders of the coin sorter be all the same size so that you could you wouldn't have to print 4 different models, that you could simply make sure that the inner wrapper that you're using inside the sleeve, the cylinder, is centered, because that theoretically would be the only requirement, right?
Not quite. So, as a coin is going down through a cylinder, it has to be the same size, because what it wants to stop the coin from doing is moving on all 4 or all 8 axes, depending on how you look at the coin. So,
But that's only relevant for the hole at the top.
No, it's all the way down through the whole pipe. So as the coin
why? Say that again. Why would that be the case then?
Well, because you have air movement that's still relevant. In a vacuum seal, now this goes back to high school, and hopefully you guys know what I'm talking about here. In a vacuum seal, a coin and a feather will fall at the same type of speed.
Right.
But but now you add air into this.
The same acceleration.
Air can change anytime as something's coming down. So, like a droplet of rain will not fall in the same place twice. Same idea as a coin. As the coin's falling down, it can move. It's like dropping change on just.
So you want to constrain. You want to constrain the movement more than would otherwise be possible.
Correct.
Okay. I love how you said that with such great authority. Having thought about it for about 10 seconds. You're probably right, but I don't know.
You want to know how I know all this? And this is
Sure.
going to come kind of weird because I used to work in auto mechanic. I know everything from my auto mechanic days. In auto mechanics, there's a lot of science that goes into combustible engines and how air will form and how it can combust. And something you learn is how air will travel. And that's one of the things we learned, that air is not always traveling the same way. And a lot of that is science also. Science will also show you that in a vacuum state, because there is no air, there is no restriction stopping something from falling.
Yeah, sure.
In this case, you have air stopping.
I just wouldn't think the constraint beyond the initial alignment would make that much difference, because you're still constrained by the inner barrier of the paper coin wrapper.
Yeah, but some of them don't even take coin wrappers. Some of them just fill up to a certain point.
How you doing?
Unscrew it, and then
So my intent here would be to have a coin wrapper inside these.
Okay, well, the coin wrappers inside of it, there's going to be a little bit of a gap just for the paper,
right?
But not enough to cause it to not go. So you want the paper to be in there, but you want it to be attached to the sides as tight as possible.
Yeah, I guess I don't know.
I would just print one of them and make
I
sure the
believe
wrapper
you.
fits.
I mean, I've got the design I've got anyway, so I'm not making any changes to it immediately. So we'll see how it works and whether I can enlarge it without it breaking. But I don't know.
I was going to say, if you can print just one of the pipes and just put the coin wrapper inside and see if it fits. If the coin wrapper fits inside there, then you're set. If it doesn't, then you will have to resize.
Well, no, right, of course. But it's more than that. I have to resize the threads involved as well, which is going to be a bit of a pain. I mean, which would require me to also rearrange the slide at the top of the thing as well. Anyway, let me get this thing printing first, and I'll see what has to happen next. Print settings, perimeters 2, bottom perimeters 4, that'll be okay.
That's the way I should have.
Now, here's something else. I have two choices here. I could print each one of these things separately and have significantly fewer retractions involved. Or I could print them all together and have to retract 4 times for every layer. I guess I could just slice it and see what the different time estimates are.
That would be your best bet.
2 hours, 14 minutes. Okay. So if I then go back and delete these other 3, delete the smaller one.
Hit a button. I don't know what it was. There we go. Oh, that was trippy, man.
That is not the expected result. Wow.
Why? What's the one going to take?
2 hours, 14 minutes for all 4, or 1 hour and 7 minutes for the largest one.
Wow, go with the 4.
Yeah. Didn't see that coming.
Retraction can also happen to one tube if it isn't in base mode.
It didn't specify to print the tubes in vase mode, and because they've got threads that screw into the top mechanism, I don't think you could print them in vase mode successfully. Delete all objects. Yes.
What up, Woody Cat?
Now we have Kitty.
Yeah.
What are you on the,
Kitty in
on
video?
the play field? We
I
got
know.
Kitty in the play field. What are you doing, Bear?
It's gone to watch your printer print.
Yeah, he climbs on there and sits on there once in a while.
When it's running, that's scary.
Yep. He likes a warm bed, man.
Yeah, but still, you think they would have enough sense to know that's way too hot.
Not that smart of a cat.
Without base mode, you always will have some retraction, I guess.
You know, it's not too bad. I mean, all you need is a pole with a little bit of sandpaper on it, at least 150. Go inside, sand it out. So how's your side coming along? What's the other one? Not a sharp tip at the end, eh?
Well, I got him reprinting the bottoms.
Nobody knows like the top is not too sharp at the top either.
Well, it's not
Kind of rounded off at the top there.
supposed to be.
Is it?
Yeah,
It's a little bit more sharper.
Sharp. I would suppose the original ones are supposed to be sharp, but they don't really make these sharp.
Maybe there's a purpose to it.
Well, there's ain't much sense in it now. I wanted to try to get it done today, but it ain't gonna happen now. That's gonna take 4 hours for that to print.
Dang.
Yeah. Kind of irritating. Think you got her, and then nope, not happening. I think there's both sides of these now.
So, Colin, are you using how you like the Prusa's new slicer?
I did some experimenting with the support enforcers. They work pretty well. It's beyond that. It's pretty much the same as the old one.
Orientation of these parts printed.
Which parts? Talking to Colin or me?
So, Colin, are you going to run out and buy yourself a cheese grater?
Didn't we talk about this yesterday or Wednesday?
I think we did, didn't you? Yeah, we did. Sorry.
Yes, we did. I went on this little rant. No, I would buy a cheese grater display, but I wouldn't buy the stand or the accompanying computer.
Okay.
This is 2 pieces, and so they were laid flat on the bed. Then you glue them together. And then these pieces were printed straight up and down. I'm just looking into maybe printing this together and printing it straight up and down. Yeah, you looking at it. You want to go lay down. What you do, be kitty. That's all you guys see is cat, huh?
No, we can see your face.
Well, that's right. So camera ain't over there. And keyboards are not allowed.
Yeah, I know your cat. She probably would put in this on you. Where is it? No, your cat should probably hit a couple of these for you, anyways.
Bear.
Since it wants to tell us.
Yeah, no, it's a toy, ain't it? No chewing on it. Tommy? Gravy.
Speaking of Facebook Tears of Joy,
Try
what
ice
happened to what's happened to our favorite friend?
awesome
Yeah.
features.
I don't know.
Which favorite friend is that?
Ben.
Ben.
Such nice people.
Oh, did he disappear?
Hey, what's going on, John?
I haven't seen him online. I haven't seen him post anything to
He's been in Discord.
yeah, but I haven't seen him do any new videos or anything like that. It's been kind of quiet.
Oh, he's been on vacation. He just got back from vacation the other day.
Oh, I didn't know he was on vacation.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, that answers a whole bunch of things then.
Or holiday, as they call it.
Well, chat's back. Aha!
I see that.
We have an influencer in the house.
Talking about John?
Yes.
No, yep.
Hey, 3D Gusner, Ron, Mike, Matt, Robbie, Daniel, Ben, Rover.
Easy for you to say.
Colin. Ha 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 ha.
I love how he puts colon in big bold letters there.
Yeah, well, he got me. Oh, speaking of being influenced, I was influenced to purchase an SKR board,
Uh-oh.
which I have not yet done anything with. Let us do a nice ASMR unbubble wrapping.
Yeah, but you got whisper.
Be very, very quiet. We are chasing ASMR people. Be very, very quiet.
What is an SKR board?
32-bit board.
It's a 32-bit, more or less equivalent to. It's a 32-bit ramps board, effectively.
Yeah, it's an MKS Gen L board, like, but 32-bit.
Ah, okay, that'll work.
Amazon, 20 bucks.
Yep, $18. No, I bought it with the drivers, with the 5 drivers.
Can I help you?
So it cost a bit more.
Is there
I
any
think
chance?
it ended up costing $52.
You gonna stop it now or no? Doesn't look like it.
Yeah, I'm hoping to get my my printer up and running soon this week. I'm hoping to get the CR10 up and running
What's wrong
and
with
do
it?
another test print, and hopefully it doesn't leak again.
So here's our up close view of the SKR board.
Ooh, hang on, let me lock you on. If I can find my mouse, there you go. Ooh.
Not crazy about these screw down terminals.
Oh, 4.
Oh,
Okay.
Yeah, the crappy type terminals. I would much rather just have it, because I actually put fork terminals on my bed wires, so I got to yank them off, I guess. Huh.
Funny.
I guess that's the same form factor as all the Rambo boards.
and it looks just like a Gen L board.
Yeah.
I mean, if you look at a Gen L board, let me find one. I mean, see, it's not looking much different than that. You know, you got your 2 terminals
X, Y,
there.
Z, E0, E1. So I guess I get my second Z. And I guess that's a fan output. Is there only one fan output?
Should be 2.
Yeah, well.
Yeah, right there by
Whatever it is, it's not labeled.
Right there. Right there's one. Well, you're supposed to use your second extruder for your fan one.
Really?
No, it can't use the second extruder is going to second Z.
And then you also have another one right here you can use. This is a
You
1220.
say right something.
Look at my screen, Colin, right here.
Hang on, let me get back to.
You can use this one right here for a fan. That's 1224 volt right here. Because you have 12. You have your fan
All right, let me get the screen. Okay.
You have your fan there, and then you also have this one here that you can use for a fan.
Right. Yeah. Okay, that makes sense. That'll work.
That's 1224 volt right there.
Yeah.
But otherwise, it looks exactly the same, pretty much. I mean,
only one fan.
Actually, I think it's actually labeled with very, very small print.
Yeah, I gotta get myself one of those one of those boards.
Gen L boards? Yeah, I will eventually. I'm gonna wait a little bit, I think. Get all them bugs worked out. No sense buying crap with bugs in it.
Well, this is what, revision 3
Oh
already?
yeah, I know, but Marlin still ain't quite there for it yet. It's getting there, but
Yeah, but the hardware itself should be fine. So buying the hardware isn't gonna change.
And the 32-bit board can run the 8-bit boards, no problem.
Well, run the 8-bit software, you mean?
Yeah.
That's cool. I hadn't thought about that.
What do you think about?
I thought I was going to rebuild the thing from scratch and do the 32-bit only. All right, so I guess I should do more ASMR.
Never understood AMSR. I've never understood it.
Well, so apparently 17% of society is positively impacted by the repetitive soft sounds and a feeling of connectedness. So I don't know. I mean, it seems to me that it's basically the condition of millennial loneliness. It's like the restless leg syndrome of millennials.
There's an always-up fan, a controllable fan on a MOSFET, and then you can set up the second extruder as another controllable fan.
Yeah, it would be nice if it had 2 Z outputs in addition to the 2 extruders, but...
well, yeah, just get one of those, what you call it, like this. Let me show you.
Yeah, I don't like the Y adapter option. That seems cheesy to me.
What's wrong with them?
Because I want to separately control the voltages to the Z motors.
I suppose.
You know.
Then just get the controller right on the end of the motor.
Yeah. All right. Are we ready to print? We are ready to print.
I would see personally myself. I don't get affected by that, and I look at people that go, "Oh, AMSR is so awesome." Like going, you know what? It doesn't do nothing for me.
Yeah, it's a very small percentage of people, but it's the internet, so you can reach all of them. So
yeah, but what makes me laugh is that all commercials are now going AMSR, which is kind of nice because now I don't have commercials being super loud screaming at me, which is kind of nice, but still.
You mind if I borrow that? I've been thinking about writing a little bit of, a little 15-minute comedy set. I think I'm gonna have to borrow that. I hope you don't mind.
Go right ahead.
ASMR commercials are great because we don't have to adjust the volume. Come on. That's great.
Well, you know how commercials are. They're screaming at you. You're like, what the heck?
I had a buddy of mine who wanted or who got a job consulting for a packaged goods manufacturer. That company wanted to leverage ASMR in an ad campaign. They were going to create a YouTube channel of an unwrapping channel. They were going to take unboxing to the next level, and they were going to unwrap food products. and in an ASMR way. Eventually, they gave up on it because they realized, like other advertisers will probably realize at some point, that they run a huge risk of ASMR being added to the physician's desk reference as an actual mental disorder, just by virtue of it being, only 17% of society, because under 50% it must be a disorder. So as soon as someone comes up with it shows up there, then anyone seen to be taking advantage of it for advertising purposes, they're going to get slammed.
See, whenever I hear the word AMSR, it just makes me think it's a mental disability rather than it's a ploy to talk to people. But at the same point, I mean, I understand AMSR, it just doesn't do anything for me. And
Yeah,
what makes me laugh is now they're making a movie that's an AMSR. I don't know if
that
you guys
wouldn't
seen
surprise me. It makes sense that they would do that, I guess.
Well, it's going to be on Hulu of all things, and it's supposed to be a commercial about the Reese's peanut butter cup. Them opening it and enjoying and eating it. 4 women, and all they are is mic'd up, and they sit around a circle, and you hear them opening up the packaging slowly. And I'm like going, really? This is a thing? Why?
Yeah, I don't see listening to people masticate as being appealing in any way.
Yeah. Oh, Jake said something to you.
There's an SKR Pro coming out that has the spade terminals.
Oh, really? So I should have waited.
You see?
Okay, you're right. Yep, I should have waited. I bought it on Amazon, though. I could still return it.
That's right.
Yeah, return it. Send it back.
Send them back a
I masticate
MKS Gen L board.
Well, you're supposed to masticate for quite some time with it before swallowing. So, some people swallow more vigorously though, and you risk choking that way.
So the next printer I'm looking at probably spending the money on is the Prusa. What do you think?
Too much money.
LOLOLOLOLs. Now for $18, good to get acquainted with it.
I have no problem. I understand.
The price
But-
for the return, it just ain't there for me.
No, I can get that, but I'm asking Colin as a person that's used to.
So whether to buy a Prusa. No, I think I would buy the part and build a Prusa bear. I think you're better off. In fact, you could probably build it out of an ANET kit relatively easily. So having done this a little bit now, I found that the key things that make the Prusa as good as it is, if you can come up with some manner of auto bed leveling that isn't going to require you to buy their snazzy Prusa bed with the spring steel sheet. The other elements that are critical are the narrower width between the upper and lower bar on the this is the x-axis, I guess. Yeah, and a smaller distance between the rod and z-axis threaded rod. But most importantly is this extruder assembly, which you can print, and I did with the. There's a version for the ANET x-axis dimension. And,
Yeah,
Nope,
there's
we're
one
losing
on-
Colin.
and really, that extruder assembly makes a huge difference. If you put that on any printer, you immediately double its precision, as far as I'm concerned.
Really?
Oh yeah.
See, 'cause I was just thinking of buying the Prusa MK3 and just say, yeah, I got the MK3S version. My thoughts.
Yeah,
at
I mean,
the
if
end,
you've got
you
the
know.
money to burn, you might as well buy it. Yeah, but ultimately, I feel ripped off having spent that money. I'm still trying to get a power supply that doesn't click. They're still giving me the runaround there. You know, they've made all sorts of incremental improvements to the thing. They're not shipping out parts to the early buyers to upgrade their systems. Even if I go and buy the Mark III's upgrade kit, I still don't get all the parts that they substituted in for the Mark III build after I bought the thing. You know, if I'm paying twice the price, I would expect a level of support that is commensurate with that.
Well, that makes perfect sense to me too. You know.
I mean, you could easily print some parts out of orange PETG.
Yeah, you could.
LOL.
Zyltech has that real nice orange. Yeah, that's a nice orange from Zyltech.
I mean, you could probably build yourself a Prusa for $250.
Oh yeah, I just seen yesterday for $59 you can get an A-net on eBay.
Now, that's probably the way I'd do it. I'd go buy an A-net just for the parts, and I mean, just the motors are worth that.
Yeah. Like I'm looking at. The only reason I asked that is because either I'm going to go with an A-net, and this is for a different idea altogether. Why I want to go with the A-net, or B, I'm going to go with, or B, I'm going to save up the money and just go Prusa and just say screw the A-net episode.
So here's my. Let me show you my. Well, you saw my Prusa-ish A-net, right?
No, I have not. I'm going to talk about that, I think, next week. Get everybody together that wants one, and I'll just go up there. And I don't think I'm going to get any more right now. I
think we're having a different conversation.
Getting rid of them. I might buy one more.
Let's see, which camera is this? That one? I want the other one.
Yeah, we can see you now.
This camera. Well, I've got two cameras here, one here and one here.
I might just drive up to get them for everybody that wants them.
All right, this camera here. Okay, good. So here's my A-net parts on what's effectively a Prusa Bear at this point.
Nice.
And the key thing is the extruder, right? I mean, the extruder assembly, it's a Prusa extruder assembly.
Yeah.
And
You
buying
can buy
a bear kit's a ripoff too.
What?
Buying the bear kit's a ripoff too.
Oh, I wouldn't buy the bear kit. I would just buy the A-net extrusion frame. I think I paid like $40 or something for pre-cut extrusion.
Yeah.
You can get cheaper if you want to cut them yourself. But why?
Well, I'd cut them myself, but
well, I would have to go out and buy a
no, I understand.
Buy a saw, buy a.
Yeah.
If you've got the tools, sure, cut it yourself, but I don't. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, just because one of the upgrades I'm doing.
Yeah, I mean, it's really a function of whether or not you want. I guess I would not buy a Prusa kit. If I was going to buy a Prusa, I would get pre-built because I wanted a printer that just worked.
And I think we just lost Colin.
Yeah, he pops in and out.
And I would
There you
do
are.
that.
There he is. He's back. But no video.
But I guess that's the same argument. That's the same thing that's the same thing that everybody says, right?
Well, I just hear people say, "Oh, it just works." It's like, well, yeah, I can see a point of just having one if it just works, you know.
Well, you don't have
Well,
to spend
that's
money to get a
you
printer.
know, that's been my experience. It mostly just works, but when it doesn't work, it's a significantly larger pain in the ass than if an ANET doesn't work.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, just disassembling this extruder assembly to clean something out, massive pain in the ass. Getting at the wiring, while it looks very nice in this wrapping and you know, zip tied into place with the board cover and all this, massive pain in the ass to do any kind of maintenance on the thing.
Dang. Okay.
So
It's not the first time I've heard that.
yeah.
Let's also see what all the fanboys are going crazy about, you know, the other half of it for me. I guess because
I was a Prusa fanboy up until I ordered it, and it took forever to show up, and I had parts that were unusable in the box. I had to get new parts, new Z nuts before I could even assemble the thing.
Oh God!
And you know, I've been on the phone with these guys, or on, you know, I've had an open ticket with these guys about it's live chat, not on the phone, but an open ticket with these guys about the clicking power supply since the day after I built the thing. They keep making this excuse, we're going to fix it in software. Well, the only way they could possibly fix it in software is by maintaining a constant power draw, which is self-defeating. I mean, but the point of having a good supply is that you can vary the draw and not have it freak out. And of course, the design flaw with their power supply, at least this version of their power supply, was that
the Chinese.
What? Oh yeah, I'm sure they got it from some Chinese vendor, but the issue is that it only clicks like this because it's got some kind of a relay or an under-spec capacitor or something in there that
like that.
That only clicks like this in the U.S. when it's operating at 120 volts. In Europe at 240, apparently it works fine. So they said, we'll fix this in software by just having a constant power draw. Well, I don't want a constant power draw. That's going to increase my electric bill when I have it.
Yeah, that doesn't make no sense at all.
That's ridiculous. And so they've had 10 months to implement this software fix, and I've religiously gone through each of their firmware revisions, and it hasn't been fixed. So that is why I put up that video demonstrating that it isn't fixed. And hopefully later today I will be chatting with them about getting that done.
Yeah. Hey guys, I just got a message from a user right now who's just watched one of my videos and said that his Ender 3 caught on fire recently.
Huh. I had not heard of Ender 3's doing that.
Me too. I've heard of the connectors catching on fire.
Well, maybe that's what he means, though.
I'm sure that would be the likely cause. Yeah, I mean, I think the newer Ender 3s have thermal runaway protection and all this, you know, the firmware sorted out, right?
Well, the guy's name is MSIC. He said he commented. He says, "Mine caught fire 2 days ago. Sadly, I did not saw the video that fast enough. So you can now tell everybody, watch out. He orders Ender in January 2019."
Huh. Because I remember Angus had an issue with the connectors melting on, I think it was an Ender.
Well, no, he covered it as in a video like I did. Me and
Yeah,
his videos both
but
came out
that
like
was
the same
quite
day.
some time ago.
Yeah, but a lot of people don't see videos and they just buy these machines and not realize, oh crap, and they catch on fire. You know.
Yeah, not my point was that was quite some time ago, and I thought Creality had up-spec'd those connectors, so it wasn't a problem anymore.
Well, they did, but January was still they were still getting those connectors. It wasn't until I believe I heard until February or March. Oh, when did I buy mine? I bought mine in November. It was around January or February we made the announcement that these things were catching on fire, and Creality then said, "Yeah, we're going to look into that." They did not know that the third party was crimping them. They were kind of in shock too, according to what I was told.
Why would they
Because
have a
they said the
third
original
party be
Ender
crimping
3s,
them?
they were crimping them at this company that they went as a third party to help with the amount of Ender 3s they were pumping out. They were crimping the
Oh,
connectors.
they added a production line at offsite. I see. Okay.
Yeah, and they were crimping them and doing some weird stuff. And that's what was causing them all catching on fire. And I just said, you know what, guys? Sometimes it's better just cut it, replace it if you want to. I showed how to replace it if you want to, but you could just, solder the wires together if you wanted to. And I wasn't the one that I kind of said I could solder these, but what if I ever need to change the power supply? It's just easier just to pop that out,
You just unscrew it. You have to change the power supply. You have to unscrew it from the power supply anyways.
Yeah. But to make it simple and easy. Yeah, and that's the thing. It's what's the connector worth? Just trying to find if I have a bag. I just saw the baggie here. I have 8. I got bought a package of 10 for it was $6.99 plus shipping. Plus I had Amazon Prime at the time still, so I just said, what the heck? I'll just pay for it. Had it shipped, arrived within 2 days, and I was up and running again with my printer. But I actually said, you know what? I am going to down the printer.
Get some nice silicone 14AWG or 12AWG and run straight to the board.
And you can do that too. I have no problem with that, Jake. But there are some people out there that like to keep it original. So I said, okay, fine. People want to keep it original.
Well, keep it original as long as it doesn't hurt you.
Exactly. But since mine is my portable system that I take everywhere, this Ender 3 is basically my printer when I go to shows. It's my printer when I go to events, anything like that. But I like to have the ability to disconnect it while it's in the car or anything like that, just to make sure nothing goes haywire.
Yeah, there you go, Matt.
That's another reason why I keep it, as original as possible.
That is quite a good surface finish for 0.3 millimeters. Wow.
That is really good surface.
Oh.
Is
the
printer
coin sleeves. I'm doing this at draft.
Oh, nice.
And yeah.
Yeah, I got something printing right now, which I should check, make sure it hasn't fallen over. Back in a second.
What's the make of this filament? It's Strong Hero 3D.
Oh yeah. Use their stuff quite a bit. I like their filament.
Yeah, it's pretty good and cheap.
Yeah,
it's cheap.
Not as cheap as zyltech though.
Yeah, but that's where you start getting that trade-off of quality versus.
Well, zyltech filament's good filament though.
Really? Oh, I hadn't had good experience with zyltech, but then again, I haven't tried. I think I tried one roll and it wasn't great.
Oh, really?
So.
I mean, that's what all this filament is zyltech.
Yeah.
That's nice. I don't have no problems with it sticking or. I don't know.
Yeah. The worst filament I ever had was a SainSmart PLA, silver PLA. Terrific. Very poorly wound and brittle and unreliable. It was a disaster.
Oh. Worst filament I had steel ball bearings in it. That was ABS.
That does seem worse.
Yeah. Did I ever show that to you?
You told me about it, I think. I'd never actually. Do you actually have some of the ball bearings?
Oh yeah, I still got it right here. See it? Right there.
Wow.
Yeah. There's all over in this little spool. There's some more back here. Right there. There's more.
How does that mistake happen?
I don't know. But this is old filament. I've had that for a long time. That was like some of the first filament I got.
Yeah.
Kind of reminds me of the filament I got from good old Creality. No, it's PLA. Stunk like ABS. Oh.
In my videos, I use 12 grams silicone wire.
Yeah. 12's a little bit strong. I don't know. I think that's what this is. I think that's a little thick, but what the hell is it?
Print my cat grade, and then I threw out the rest.
Can't even see it. Yeah, this is 12. I think that's a little thick myself.
10 gauge is more. Well, actually,
10 gauge is way too
10
thick.
gauge is way too thick. I'm thinking
Yeah,
14 gauge.
14 is probably where I'd like to be.
Yeah. Sorry, I had to remember. Gauge goes down. The higher the number, the thinner. Yeah.
Yeah, I just.
So there's a roll of TPU I have, which is spooled onto my ender roll. Roll for my CR10. So I gotta run this through the dehydrator, and then hopefully I can print with this and see what I get.
I need to go get myself a dehydrator. I have one of these.
Goodwill for $6.
But it won't catch fire.
Yeah.
LOL face with stuck out tongue and tightly closed eyes.
I highly doubt 14. I highly doubt 16 will, but 16's are way too close to now. And really, I'd suggest 14 for most people because of their soldering irons. You're gonna have enough problems soldering to the bed anyways. Besides having that thick of wire.
For bed wires, I use 12.
Yeah, once again, 14's more than plenty.
Probably.
But for a lot of people, they just have them little cheap handheld soldering irons that won't get hot enough to do any soldering with that anyways. So that's why I would suggest staying a little bit lower. Next Wednesday, I will not be here. I go in finally. Get some damn teeth.
Oh, is that teeth day?
Well, that's first teeth day. Now I gotta go in every day for 6 weeks, or once a week for 6 weeks, I guess, or some shit. I don't know.
Wow.
To fit them or whatever. Give me the damn things. I got a Dremel. I'll fit them.
So I'm still fighting with my ball and socket joint problem.
Uh-oh.
This is just that little bit too small.
Nice.
I wish there was a way to measure the deformation or have a calculation for the deformation of this particular plastic for these particular balls, so that I can come up with the right diameter here. But
We still have teeth for Earth.
So here's my question for you guys.
Yeah.
What was I gonna say? Oh, brother.
To understand you.
No, no, I had it in my head and then it just disappeared all of a sudden. It was one of the brain farts that you just have. It's like, and then and you're like, what was it again? Ooh. Okay. What's your to-go PLA? You know, when you're printing something, this is the only PLA that you actually buy from or use. I know Wiley's is zyltech, but I'm just curious on if anybody has a certain PLA that they go to all the time, never fails them, and it's their brand of choice.
There's also on eBay. There's a no-name brand that I like that I buy. It's 3 rolls for $33. I buy that quite a bit too.
Oh, okay.
And
Not too bad.
I mean, I'm asking the chat.
I've had good luck with both 3D Zyltech and the Strong Hero.
let me see if I can find it.
But I mean, they're you know about the same price, $14-15 a roll.
That's not too bad.
No.
When I go down to about $10 a roll, that's where things start to fail for me.
See, I never had problems with $10 a roll filament. Really, I really never had much of a problem with any filament printing with it. But
COEX and 3D Zyltech.
but it's been you don't get $10 rolls anymore. There it is.
Coex. Never heard of Coex. I'll have to check that out. Where will we find that one? Edge.
Now I'm going to see if anybody else chimes in. Hopefully Matt will. Hopefully the rest of the chat will chime in.
Oh.
Even if it's in the UK, like Skull is, I'd like to know. That's all. Like when I need like a neat color, I will go to Filamentum. I have to remember their name. There you go. Colin, you posted in there. In the chat for you.
Oh, thanks.
CoexLLC.com.
All right, cool. Thanks.
Yeah. I use, like, personally, it's Filamentum, but when I'm just doing my massive prints and I just want them to look right, I will always go to filaments.ca. It's cheap, it's affordable, it's not overly priced. Sure, it's $30 for their home roll, but I usually end up buying their master spool stuff. So it's like, what, $15 a roll? Can't go wrong Canadian.
Yeah.
And I'm usually there, and I usually end up buying like 3 to 4 rolls of filament when I go over there. So it saves me on shipping.
It's like butter.
This is that stuff
around 220
from
on my Ender 3 printers.
on eBay.
Paramount 3D for every day.
This is what I've bought on eBay before. I bought this probably 5 times, the 3 packs, and never had a problem with it.
That's good then.
Yeah.
How's the diameter? Is diameter pretty standard throughout the whole roll?
Well, I don't use Captain tube, so I couldn't tell you. I don't measure it. I just send her through. I mean, it prints accurate, so I would suppose it's decent.
It's probably, 0.05 out of spec, which is what most printers.
I don't know what they say here.
A lot of these guys are adopting the Prusa 0.02 differential.
Yeah, I know that. Was it Atomic Filament does that a lot?
There was some no-name brand that was doing that. I think it might have been Zyltech actually that was doing 0.02 now.
Yeah, maybe they're all switching over to 0.02. I mean, I haven't.
Well, I'm sure they just looked at Prusa's setup and said, "Oh, right, laser measurement. That's what we should be doing."
There is a 15% discount until June 28th if you use code ZEDGE. Not an affiliate link, just a discount.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, when I got the filaments.ca stuff, they were giving it as a 0.05, but he's like, I've never had anyone say that it's been 0.05 off. So he's like,
Yeah.
usually the lowest, usually if it's off, it's by 0.2, and it's only for like not even 10 millimeters. It's like, he's like maybe 3 millimeters that people have noticed it. But he's like, I've had zero complaints on it. So I have to agree. It is good filament. I just can't, it being cheap, helps.
It's all marketing length.
Yeah, 3D Hero is a good filament too. I like that filament.
Yep. I've used Hero before.
I don't know.
Has anybody here actually printed with Ninja Flex, just out of curiosity?
No.
I print with SainSmart TPU, which is 98A, whereas Ninja Flex is what, 85?
Yeah.
And I think there's a Ninja Flex at 65 as well. It's tough to get that through any extruder, from what I understand.
Yeah, I heard that too.
Because I got some fun ahead of me.
Would you order some Ninja Flex?
I got a sample roll right here full of stuff.
If you print slow enough, you can get it through a direct drive, just about any direct drive. But
well, I'm putting this through a Bowden tube, and people have said,
yeah, that's not going to work. That
Well,
won't work. I was able to get the 98A through a Bowden tube on a CR10. It worked reasonably well. The Ninja Flex is just it's like a wet noodle. It just isn't gonna.
well, someone told me if I have the if you got Captain Tube, you might have a good chance at it. So I'm gonna try it.
Oh, Capricorn, you mean?
Capricorn, yeah.
Maybe. Yeah. It seems like that's just inviting trouble, but it might work.
Yeah, you never know. If it doesn't work, hey, then I know. I mean, it's more for testing than anything else.
Yeah. That stuff I got from Zyltech. Or not Zyltech, but I get that from Tesla. That'll be interesting because that feels kind of like a wet frickin' noodle too. What the hell I did with it? No, that ain't it. That's
This coax stuff is pricey.
What do you mean by it's crazy?
Pricey.
Oh, what's the pricing that they got for it?
23, 28.
For what?
28, 23, 51. I mean, I get different sizes, but yeah. So 1 kilogram PETG goes for $28.
For who's that?
A kilogram of PLA goes for 23. This is coax. It was the one that
Oh yeah.
Edge mentioned.
Jim?
Expensive.
I mean, it's not out of the realm of reasonableness, but
Oh, he says if you want 15% off until June 28th.
I saw that. Yeah.
Yeah.
This here is some CPU. I don't know if it's got a noodle size to it or not.
What does it say on the prime line? That should be on labels. It should say what percentage.
It doesn't have a noodle thing.
Really?
The noodle scale.
Noodle scale. No noodle scale. I mean,
It'll be on the website.
Yeah,
It'll
probably.
tell you.
Pricey, but very nice. I did a tour video and they explain the tolerance they use ECT.
This stuff here is like really squishy, man.
Well, that looks like the wet noodle stuff right there.
Yeah, this is from
Yeah, I saw their video. They seem very proud of their production line. So it's probably good film, and I'm not saying that it's overpriced. It's just more expensive than I would be willing to pay for my go-to filament. I do like that cobalt blue that they've got, though. That's pretty nice.
I was gonna print my daughter a pair of shoes with this green. Try to.
Oh, speaking of
That ought to be interesting. I mean, who was the guy? There was some outfit that was printing shoes with like 6 different levels of TPU, differing in the sole and the sides and the so on.
Yeah,
What company that was? They were doing it all in one process with
Samples.
with a head switching or something. Some sort of it was I think it was almost a tool changer type arrangement rather than multiple heads or a multi-material solution. Come on, printer. You can do it. You can do it.
he's here somewhere. There he was.
So, Edge, have you dealt with them before to get samples? I might hit them up and see if they'll send me a sample out to Canada.
Yeah, that's the thing though. You're a freaking Canuck. They don't like sending you nothing.
Yeah, I know. Most companies don't.
Damn Canadian.
Yeah, we suck. What can we say?
Speaking of Canucks, and going back to the cheese grater, Linus Tech Tips did an analysis, a bill of materials breakdown on that machine, and concluded that the parts make it worth about $1,000.
Yeah.
Yep.
So it's funny. I tweeted about it back on Monday, and there was one of the responses I got was, anyone willing to pay $43,000 for a monitor can afford to spend $5,000 for a computer. Well, yes, but that's not a reason to spend $5,000 on a $1,000 computer. You know, even if it's somebody else's money, if I'm given a budget of $10,000, do I want to spend it on a Mac that's worth like a grand total of half that, or on something that'll actually be the biggest bang for the buck? It doesn't make sense.
You know, Colin, it's actually nice hearing you kind of dog on a Mac.
Oh, I like Macs, but the
I
only
know.
Macs that I'm willing to buy are the ones that are, you know, don't have the shitty keyboard and bad
Right.
design and so on. You know, I think I've already gone through that many times.
Yeah, you have, and that's why it's nice
Yeah.
to hear you say something different.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Oh, wow. Now what?
Oh, I meant to ask Ron about that. He's now selling TRLR. Yay.
Who's that?
Oh, the guys over at filaments.ca are now selling the TRLR build surface.
Oh, nice.
Now I have my source to get my TRLR. Yay, I don't have to go to the States
I
every
was
time and get it.
kind of frustrated at Earth last year talking to their sales guys. They seemed to have no idea how the surface worked.
Yeah, I
Maybe
don't
they
know.
just didn't want to tell you.
No, they actively didn't know. I was very careful to, you know, pull one of these guys aside and say, look, you know, if you're going to sell something, you need to be able to tell people why it works, especially if you're selling it into the DIY community. He said, yeah, you're right, but I just got here 2 days ago and they didn't tell me how it works. So, you know, he was like a sales guy that they hired just for ERF or something.
Yeah. That's funny.
I think it's just a micro-suction pad, effectively.
Somebody was supposed to be sending me some Gecko Tech. They didn't want it.
It does seem to work. I mean, I'm not saying it doesn't work. I'm saying it's their whole thing about, well, we can't tell you how it works. Like, I think there was some video on, they had a Kickstarter originally, right?
Yeah.
Or something.
Well, they didn't want the chemical
you know,
to come out,
it's a trade secret how this stuff actually works. Okay, all right, fair enough. But then what you do, you look and you find that the patent is out there, and it's just a microsuction thing. And strangely, they licensed it to 3M, but I guess they're manufacturing it themselves. I guess they licensed it to 3M in order to get the things manufactured with the adhesive or something. I'm not sure.
What they're doing is 3M is they licensed it to 3M to produce and to print the backing for it, so you can actually stick it down to your build plate. And something, it's not a bad build surface. I've done millions of prints on it, and I'm telling you, when it's hot, it sticks like no tomorrow. And you gotta let it cool before you even attempt to remove anything off of it. Once it cools and you remove your pieces off, your pieces will just pop off. You just touch them and they fall off the build plate as soon as it cools down to.
What about that
30.
Wham Bam system? That's basically the same thing as Prusa's, ain't it?
What was the spring steel and the flex?
Yeah.
You know what? I'm kind of torn on Wham Bam. One part of me wants to have it and use it, but the other half of me says, don't even bother. You know what they did? They spammed every damn Facebook group trying to get people to buy the stuff on the Kickstarter.
Well, see, that don't bother me because I don't go on Facebook, so I really don't care what they do to Facebook. I know you're a Facebook guy, so
I have channels on Facebook that I help monitor and watch.
No, I know. You're a Facebook guy. I'm not.
But it was just their marketing was just so. What's wrong?
No, I'm acknowledging what you're saying.
Oh, okay.
I got a fly, guys.
All right, Jim.
Day everyone in.
We'll talk to you later. It's getting close anyway, so.
Yeah, later, Edge.
Have a good one, man.
That's why I haven't. That's why I haven't tried to, try using their stuff. But yeah.
I don't know, but I mean, from the reviews I saw, I thought their surface was basically just a BuildTech ripoff.
No, it's PI with a spring steel on it. So you peel.
Oh, okay. So I thought it was spring steel with just a sticker, but it's actually powder coated.
No, so what the spring steel is, so it's spring steel, and then you put on a liner of PEI on it. So you get a PEI sheet with it. You put the PEI sheet on it, and then you get the magnets, and you put the magnet on your bed, and it's supposed to snap on, snap off whenever, and then you can flex it to pop off your print.
See that? Okay. See, to me, that's not a worthwhile combination.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. So
I mean, I early on I went out and bought a PEI sheet for my CR10, and it never worked worth a damn. I gave up on it. Ended up with an Anycubic surface, which worked great. I was very impressed with that.
Yeah, I hear Anycubic's glass is amazing.
It's extraordinary. Well, that too, yeah.
the one that's on the whatever thing here, I don't like it. It doesn't stick for shit. I still got to use glue on it.
What, the CR10s?
Oh, it's JG Aurora.
Oh, yeah.
Oh. I mean, CR10s, of course, take forever to level initially, but once it's leveled, it's amazing. And I actually have never had to put any kind of adhesive on that surface at all.
Oh.
Which surface again?
It's right up there, the Anycubic.
Anycubic is good.
The
I got one right here too.
that was the surface that I used to print all of those blue parts on my little Bear printer.
Hey, it's a friend across the pond, Derek.
What's up, Derek? Yeah, this one here is brand new. I've had this for a long time. I got this on an auction one time. Dirt cheap.
You should try it. Their Ultra Base is really good.
Yeah, it's phenomenal.
I tried it on the one that's on the JG Aurora. I freaking hate it. But yeah, once I get the enders back up and running again, I'll throw this on one of the enders quick.
Uh-oh. What happened to your ender?
Well, I just am not using them, and the one I got still all tore apart. And
so
others, I don't know if it's working or not.
What's going on with the JD Aurora? Have you got it working yet?
Yeah, it works. I just don't like it.
Yeah, but it's for your daughter, though. So
yeah, I gotta once I get rid of these CR10s, then I'll get back into the ender and the JD.
Okay, I was for a second there. I thought maybe your enders had died or something, or you
No.
had another episode of Blue Smoke that you didn't tell us about.
No, I actually took the board out of mine, MKS board, and I put it in one of the CR10s.
Oh, okay.
So I don't even have a board for mine right now.
What about that other board you had kicking around there?
That's for the other CR10.
Oh, okay. Speaking of the CR10s, have you got rid of them yet or no?
I got rid of 2 of them.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, I got 2 left.
But nobody's biting at them, eh?
No.
Try.
I've been talking with a guy for about a week or so. He's him and Han and this and that. Derek, if you want to jump in, the link's in my Discord. When we had a picnic with the daughter yesterday for her school. They had a luncheon thing.
I was like, Derek's coming, and he said, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we need some English class in here.
I still have yet to find these freaking connectors anywhere. These ones here.
Oh, those are awesome.
I know. I can't find them anywhere.
They're 3M connectors. So what they do is you take your 2 wires before you don't even have to.
3 wires. You can put 3 wires. It's a low voltage wire connector, and it's like waterproof or water resistant. It's full of grease.
Basically, you put your power in there, you put the other end, you press it, and then bam, it connects the 2 wires together.
Yeah. I picked up yesterday. I went to another hardware store and they didn't have them, but I picked up these ones yesterday.
Oh, those things. Yeah, I know those ones.
They're kind of the same, but they're just bigger and bulkier. I got a 2, 3, and 4. That one's 2, that one's 3, and that one's 4. So,
Let me just go to my Amazon site, see if I have them still listed in my to buy.
Yeah, see if you can figure out what the hell they're called. Don't take these damn things back. These suckers are expensive. And it's really not what I wanted, you know? Actually, I don't even know how they work. I don't even know how they work.
Button connector.
Is that what
What are
they're
they
called?
called? The button connector? Don't remember them being called button connectors, but ooh, that looks like something I would like to have. Amazon, stop tempting
Oh,
me with
damn.
really cool
You're
stuff.
you're actually right.
Don't
There's
ever
Derek.
doubt me.
There's the Derek.
Yeah. Told you Derek would come in, or Iron Man, as he's now known as.
You're actually right. There's Derek.
Let me guess, you go into work with that, right? So, Derek, how you been? He's giving us a silent treatment, everyone.
I mean, I would suppose I could go to an electrical store and get them too. I might take these back. This is like $11 for these 3 packs. Now you guys tell me what they're called. I'm looking for a long time.
They call button connectors for sure.
Yep, button connectors.
Oh,
That's
cool.
what they're called. $7.99 for 150 of them on Amazon.
That's worth it, man.
Is it?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they. I've seen the 3M versions. They want for 100 of them. They want like something
yeah.
like $29 for them. For the official 3M versions.
Yeah, that ain't 3M.
Yeah.
But they have all different kinds.
I got them with my fan for the when I bought a pack of fans from the guys over at what do they call them? Blah blah blah. Yeah, I can't think of names of companies now. The super quiet fan makers. What's the name?
Noctua.
Natura. They sent me it with a whole bunch of them.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I got like a little baggie of like 5 of them with it. So I was like, yay! So I used them all up on the ender on my CR10 fix. So
All right there. What do they get for them ones? There's the 3M ones. Oh, that ain't bad. 100 of them for $14. The 3M.
well, that's not too bad though.
Were wired.
Last time I was looking at them, they were like very expensive. So I guess they must have dropped recently.
Yeah, I know they were for telephone and Cat 5 and stuff. That's where I got them from. Was from a buddy of mine. There you go. See, $14.55
Oh, that's not too bad.
for 100.
Isn't the red pack a lot thinner than the yellow ones?
Isn't what?
I think the yellow ones were the ones I was looking at that were more expensive. Maybe the red have
Yellow
a bigger
ones
opening.
are are $16.
Okay. Maybe it was more expensive in Canada. I don't know.
Yeah, of course this is U.S. price. Yep.
Yeah. If you add a .ca to that, it'd probably balloon it.
There's the yellow ones, not 3M though. They're 200 pack for 10. Well, thank you, Matt. I've been looking for them damn things. I figured a damn hardware store would have them, but no. I didn't want to go to Madison. No, I don't have to. But now, how much are they on eBay?
Today is going to be an interesting day. Today I hacked my PSP again.
You did what?
Today I'm going to be hacking my PSP.
Why?
The games on it you can't buy anymore. They're hard to come by. I have a few games that I like, but I really don't want to be running them off the hard drive all the time. So I'm going to go throw it into my computer and see if I can
Any day I don't have to leave my couch, it's a good day.
rip the game apart, rip it off of it, and then I never have to worry about killing the drive because, well,
There's 500 of them for $32.
well, that's not too bad.
That's on eBay.
Yeah.
90 of them for 10 plus $13 shipping.
Hey, Derek, have you ever used those connectors or no? The 3M button connectors, where it's like a little button on it. You basically use a clamp, press it down, and basically it's like soldering two wires together.
Yeah, it normally come with
These here, Derek.
Yeah, they come with Noctua fans quite a few.
Yeah.
Yeah, these things are going back. I don't want them.
Now that you found them on Amazon.
Yep. Then we're gone.
As many people say they hate Amazon because it's killing the market, I think Amazon actually filled in a lot of holes where all the other companies seem to miss.
I don't know. Amazon in Canada seems significantly less useful than Amazon in the U.S. I mean, when I was up there, and this was several years ago, the selection was so poor as to not really meet any particular set of requirements.
They've gotten better.
Yeah.
Now we have the Amazon Prime, we have the Amazon Music, we have the Amazon Alexa now, finally. But Amazon is starting to actually wake up and go, okay, yeah, Canada will buy if we give them what they want.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they got to sell it, try to get it cheaper for you guys. Your import tax is so crazy ass high.
Well, that's the thing. They now take care of the import tax, which was awesome.
Oh, did you see that Amazon was got certified from the FAA for delivering packages with drones?
Well, they announced a new drone, and they said they were going to start drone delivery in like 8 months. I didn't hear that they had actually gotten certified, but I guess that makes sense if they had set a timeline for it.
When are they going to launch it?
I don't know. I just heard that last night.
Interesting. Or maybe they're going for certification for the FAA.
No, they got it certified for it. So
I'd like to see them start doing the drone delivery. That'd be kind of interesting.
Yeah.
Instead of your package ending up on your doorstep, it ends up somewhere in your field. You have to climb up a tree and get it out of the tree.
Have a special Amazon certified landing pad to drop off at.
Is that?
I mean, it's.
Does the consumer have to buy it then?
Oh, I would assume you'd buy it from Amazon and install it yourself. And I don't know myself. I really couldn't
If it follows any of their other patterns, you pay some amount for it, and then you get that as a discount in the first few times that you use their drone delivery or something.
Yeah.
I like their option that you can pick it up from their in the States. They have the pickup option where you can go to the place and pick it up.
Rather than having a 30-minute delivery.
I've not used the Amazon lockers for pickup. I did use it for returning an item, which I recommend you never ever do, because they don't have any tracking on the item return process at that point.
Oh, really?
Whereas if you return things through UPS, at least in the U.S., you actually have tracking on that package. So when Amazon says, we didn't receive it, you can say, yes, of course you did. It's right here. UPS says you received it.
Yeah, I've never had that issue with Amazon, but then again, we don't have the Amazon lockers here yet.
Yeah, I had that issue when I returned a phone. $800 worth of phone, and they tried to tell me they didn't receive it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm trying to make sure they had a tracking number on that.
Yeah. I can't remember what it was that I returned through the lockers system. There was something of significantly less value, but I was dismayed to find out there was no tracking at all on it. Really
You
bad.
think if they give you a code to get into that locker, that there would be some type of tracking information that they could just punch in to have a look at the locker and make sure the product was there?
Probably there may be, but they don't make that information publicly available to you like they do for UPS, where you just have a tracking number that you're given by default. You can go to the website and enter it and see where the thing is. That didn't exist at the time that I experimented with lockers.
Well, I know Amazon has finally dropped Canada Post, and they're now using a company called Intercom out here, which I don't know what the heck is going on with that company, but it's like I order at 6 o'clock at night. It'll be here at 7 a.m. in the morning. They'll be delivering the package at 10 a.m. in the morning. It's
wow.
Like, I just ordered that at 6 p.m. and it's already here. That's amazing.
Yeah.
And they said
they do a 30-minute delivery with the drones.
Yeah, they're saying here I should not get it until 2 days. But I guess I'm close enough to their shipping area where they just go, yeah, ship it right away. I'm waiting for same-day shipping. If they
have it at that particular shipping area, then they'll ship it out right away. But
the shipping place is like an hour and a half away from my house.
I understand that, but if they don't carry that particular product at that shipping area, they have to bring it in from another area. You know what I'm saying? They don't carry every single product at every single shipping place.
Oh, I know. And that's what kind of shocks me, where all of a sudden I'll be like ordering a product and I'll be here like the next day. It's like, you guys told me it'd take me 3 days to get the product. Well, we have it here for you. It's like,
yeah, it's interesting. I mean, I've got 2 Amazon warehouses within 30 minutes of me now. And so I'm really psyched that I now have the opportunity to try out Amazon Now with the same day 2-hour delivery. I haven't found anything to justify actually doing that yet, but I can.
What you do is you just use it for testing, really.
I guess. So this roll of filament that I bought it on Monday, and I needed to receive it. No, I bought it on Tuesday, and I needed to receive it by Wednesday, and it said they would do next day delivery as part of Amazon Prime, or I could pay $6 and get same day delivery. Well, the next day came along and no delivery.
Yeah.
I got an email at 6 p.m. that said, well, we're running late. We're not going to get it to you. It will be arriving between the 7th and the 12th.
Whew.
Don't you love that?
That's great. I mean, not only are they missing the delivery date, but now they have no idea when they're going to deliver it.
Yeah.
But
they've been doing that a lot lately, though. It's like, they'll be there tomorrow, and it shows up 3 days later.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it was particularly problematic with this because I was on Wednesday in midday, I was going to run out of the other roll of filament that I was using to print that 40-hour print.
Now, would that $6 have mattered for that roll of filament? Would it have got there on time?
I don't know. I assume not.
Hey, good morning. Ball.
So, Derek, when are you going to print the rest
I
of your
did at
Iron
one
Man
point
stuff?
pay $15 for next day delivery for a television from Amazon.
Yeah, that is.
And five days later, when it hadn't showed up, I called Amazon. They said, "We're so sorry, it didn't even leave the warehouse."
You contact customer support
okay.
and complain
well,
for free extra month of Prime.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I've called support many times when I've had Amazon packages go away and they go like, well, you know what? We'll give you 6 months free of Amazon Prime. It's like, okay, fine, whatever. I'll take it. One time I ordered a DVD set And the DVD set, when it arrived to my house, and I peeled off the plastic, all the gold trim that was on it, like the paper gold, peeled off with the plastic. I went, you got to be kidding me. And I kind of...
Wow, how old was that DVD? It must have been...
It just came out. That was the funny thing. It wasn't, fairly old. It was maybe about 2 weeks old. And I messaged them. I said,
It
listen.
had been on their shelves for 6 years or something.
The plastic, when I peeled off the plastic, it peeled off all the gold inlay. They're like, okay, well, package it up, send it back to us. So I sent it back to them. Then they sent me a new, sorry, not DVD, I say Blu-ray, but these are collector's edition boxes. Okay, so yes, I'm a collector. Yes, this stuff cannot be found on Amazon, nor can it be found on Netflix. Anime is one of those weird ones where it's like hard to find unless you want to watch it on Crunchyroll, which I don't want to pay $9 to watch a show that is 10 years old and it only comes subtitled only. I like my English dubs too with that. So anyways, getting back to the topic. I sent it back to them. They sent me another copy and it did the same thing.
Yeah, that was a problem with the actual product.
Yeah, so I sent it back to them and I said, listen, this is the second time it's happened. We'll give you 6 months free of Amazon Prime if that's okay with you. Like, yeah, okay, fine, but just give me your right copy. And within a day later, they sent me a new one and it didn't it had no problems with it.
I'm sure it was just one production run where the glue wasn't set up right or something.
I have no idea. But I also called the company that made the DVD, and they were shocked that was happening. So they basically told me, oh, we're so sorry about that. This is something that we don't expect to happen to our copies, but thanks for letting us know.
Well, of course they said that. Can you imagine if you called them, they said, oh, yeah, that's design intent.
Yeah, I'd be like, what the hell you mean that's design intent? So, but what was kind of odd is that then I got their OVA set. I had to order that. I ordered that for Amazon Prime and waited and waited and waited and waited. And they kept on saying we're having issues getting the DVD into stock. It's like 3 months later, I'm like, you know what? Cancel the order. I walked over to my local video store that does imports, and I told them the DVD, and they said, yeah, we can get within a day. Walked in there the next day, and they showed me, yeah, here it is. Oddball. A VHS is a type of cassette that had information printed on it that could be read by a head, and it was in magnetic format. Sorry, just had to get that out there. So, Derek, is that how you been?
Yeah, tired. I'm back to work tomorrow.
Yay. No fun there.
Yeah, at least I get paid, good money there, so I can't complain.
Yeah.
Yeah, you get paid good money so you can buy more printers, right?
No, I'm not allowed due to the fact that the wife could be hearing this.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's the wife approval rating.
Why are all 3D printer people cat people too?
I don't know.
Well, I have a dog. I have a cat.
Well, my wife has a dog.
Well, cats normally look after themselves. You can normally let them out on their own, and you can then be watching your printer.
Yep.
You can stare at your printer without it becoming uncomfortable.
Mm-hmm.
You can feel its warmth. You can feel the charge when you touch the power supply wrong.
It doesn't give you love. That's the best line I can think of. It whines. It doesn't purr. Purring is better.
It isn't nearly as fun when it licks you.
Sandpaper, yes. Oh, and they like to spoon. That's also true. Yes.
What the hell are you doing, cat? Speak of the devil. Where'd you go? Now he's in it. He knocked the damn cage down, the travel pal thing, and now he's climbed in it.
Cats like enclosures. Get this. My cat will actually jump off my mom's bed and go into the dog's old crate, which the dog doesn't use anymore, and she'll sleep inside its bed that's inside the crate.
Mm-hmm.
And he's content in there. He's happy. Purrs away. Yet when my cat purrs, it sounds like a freaking bird. Because he makes up this chirp, 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 chirp sound as he purrs.
That's a dinner call.
When birds are outside, you can hear them purring like a loud engine, and then every so often you can hear them go chirp, 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 chirp.
Of course, now I've completely forgotten that joke that I was going to borrow from you.
Oh, that the great thing about ASMR videos is that
ASMR advertising, right?
Yes.
Okay, I have to write this. See, my neighbor told me that I should develop a stand-up act, and I've always admired comedians. I've always admired the process, but I've never sat down and actually written a bunch of jokes. I don't know that I've got it in me. I mean, I don't think I'd have a problem standing up in front of a crowd and delivering them. I just can't be bothered to write them.
I had to come up with something like that for a comedy skit that my friend was working on, and he couldn't think of anything to talk about, and would get stage fright. He invited me one day to come down and watch his improv, and yeah, he kind of stunk up the joint. But I was talking with somebody. It's like, you can do it. Go out there. And then then everybody kind of pushed me to get up on the stage. And I'm like, so I came up with a couple of jokes, what I could think of on the top of the fly. And a lot of people were laughing their ass off. They thought it was great. But it's like, yeah, I don't. And my friend's like, why aren't you a comedian? Because I don't like doing this. Straight up. It's not my thing. But I've been told by people that I should go into stand-up. It's like, it's not my thing. I don't like stand-up doing it, but yeah, if I can make people laugh, I can make people laugh. So
yeah, I can do table comedy. I can manage to insert beats into a lengthy story, and get some jokes, get some laughs out of it. But I don't know. I don't know if I can do the pacing of joke, 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 joke.
It's an art. I'll give it that.
Yeah.
Well, I found this last night. So happy.
What is that?
Is that a glasses strap?
No, this is a SATA cable.
Oh.
My SATA cable broke. I had an old SATA cable that broke recently. When I redid my computer, the SATA cable went dead and I couldn't get the hard drive to talk anymore. So this is a brand new SATA cable.
LOL Jake.
And I have an old SATA cable kicking around here, which I'm going to throw out. But I was looking for one of these. And it's just like, yay, finally had one kicking around. So it's like, yay, I can fix my computer now. Believe it or not, I still use an optical drive on my computer. Yes, I have a DVD burner.
And he was very sad that when it broke.
I have a DVD burner, and I will raise you a 5 1/4 inch floppy drive.
Ooh, 5 1/4? Okay, I can't compete with that. You win.
Then again, I had a machine with an 8-inch floppy drive at one point.
Oh, the 8-inch. Now we're talking.
Oh, those were badass. I mean, the drives themselves, they weighed like 50 pounds.
I remember those drives. We had one in our high school for the pet, I believe it was for. Yes, the old pet computers.
No, on the pet that I had, we had a tape drive.
We had a tape drive for it too. We were just lucky we had these, but what happened was our tape drive broke, so they had to bring in the hard drive. So they brought in a different drive because the tape wouldn't work. So they got this floppy drive that worked with it, and it was huge. I mean, the thing weighed a ton, and it used to be on like one of those rolling carts. God, that was back in the day. Who remembers the Commodore PET? Just out of curiosity, if anybody's ever worked with them. Derek, have you ever worked with Commodore?
They're great little machines with their 4K worth of memory.
Oh yeah. I remember always doing the word processing program and having to type out stories and such.
I do.
I remember having written a Hangman program for a Commodore PET at one point.
I wrote the Hangman on my C64 in those damn magazines we used to get.
Electronic transaction or something like that.
And of course, Brian would know that.
Yep.
I had the 8-inch floppy I had was on an HP 9845B.
Wow.
From 1977.
That back when DOS was still a thing. No.
No.
Regular BASIC was still a thing.
DOS.
Yeah.
DOS showed up in late 77, November of 77 or something like that.
Yeah, that's when BASIC was still a thing, wasn't it?
Yeah, so it booted into a BASIC interpreter that they called Rocky Mountain BASIC.
DOS wasn't a thing.
DOS?
DOS evolved from CP/M.
I love how it says DOS.
Okay, I don't remember CP/M, but okay.
DOS was like the 8080/8085 version of CP/M.
Okay. I just remember, like, if you go into a C64 and you type in something, it'll reply back that was designed by Microsoft, which I find kind of odd. That C64's version of whatever the C64 uses was DOS, was done by Microsoft for the disk operating system. But that was BASIC back in the day.
CP/M was control program for microcomputers, and it was written for Z80 CPUs. Microsoft sold them their DOS.
Yeah, and I found that was kind of interesting how that all came into play around Mac.
They're basic. Like the one time they didn't license it. Okay, folks, I gotta get going.
All right, Brian.
Bye, Brian.
Have a
Thanks
good
for the
day,
history lesson. I do appreciate it.
Have fun, man.
Yeah, no shit.
No, I don't remember CP. Like, whenever I hear CP, the first thing that comes to me is Canadian Pacific Railway System. So when I see CP/M, I'm like, what is that? Canadian Pacific Mountaineer System?
The first time I encountered CPM, I thought it had been mistyped and they meant MCP because my only reference was Tron.
Oh, that's going back a few years. Oh
yeah. Well, that's when CPM was a thing.
That's true.
But
Tron. There's the movie I haven't watched in years.
I don't know. Tron Legacy kind of ruined it for me.
That's what everybody said. The second Tron movie.
That was not a good movie. Why did they do it?
Because they had to do something.
I guess, but
the only good thing that came out of that was the soundtrack, and that's about it. That's all I can say.
Yeah, that's true. The soundtrack was okay.
Soundtrack was awesome.
So apparently, X-Men Dark Phoenix falls into that same category of, oh my God, why are you doing this?
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I've watched a couple of reviews. It would really made me laugh is that was it Jared Jaron, he kind of went, I would rather watch X-Men The Last Stand than watch this version of Dark Phoenix. He's like, at least I know how bad the Dark Phoenix was in that one, but it was half decent. This is, I can't believe I'm saying this, but it was garbage.
Apparently, the effects were consistent with the level of effects that they did in the first X-Men movie 20 years ago.
Yeah, that's what I was hearing. I was like, oh.
Yeah.
I was hoping they would go into the Dark Phoenix saga of the Phoenix, then go into Dark Phoenix, you know?
I don't know the comics well enough to know what the story was that they should have used.
Well, the Phoenix is her altered ego that she had when she was a child. It was like and basically it manifests itself into a being of its own. Xavier, yes, this is true. Xavier did try to contain it in her so that she could learn to control it. Instead, it grew. She developed the power. Her somehow got released again because of an alien race or something like that, if I remember correctly, from the comics.
My understanding is it was something they encountered the Skrulls that did something like shot her or something.
Yeah, there's a whole story that goes through the whole arc of it, and I can't remember the whole arc of it, but it did happen to her when she was young. I know that much is true. And she had the power of what was called the Phoenix. Like she could rise from the ashes, like she couldn't die. And then when she finally dies, then rose the Dark Phoenix, and then they contained the Dark Phoenix within her. And then when she had her first child, the child would then develop the powers of the Phoenix. But had all the good and the bad was controllable by her. So by her daughter. So but she contained all the powers of the Phoenix, the good stuff and the bad stuff. Basically, that power became her own entity. Became its own entity, in a sense.
You guys see my latest video yet?
Was that the one that you just put out recently? Or do you have a new one coming out?
No. The one I put up on the chat.
No, I have not seen it yet.
What do you put up in the chat?
I can relink it if you want.
Yep.
Oh, there it is. Okay, let me go click on that.
It's a good talking point.
Oh, the flex plate concept?
/ www.youtube.com/watch. B equals
Plenty of anime on Pornhub. Thank you, Jake.
What did Jake say?
Jake, you were saying that you had difficulty locating anime that was, reasonably priced. There's plenty of anime on Pornhub.
Yeah. That anime you don't want to watch.
It wouldn't be there if there weren't someone who wanted to watch it.
Yeah, I've seen those animes off there, so I don't wait for chat to catch up again because it just reloaded itself. I'm getting line by line. This is ridiculous. There we go. Back to normal. Yeah, no, I've seen that video. A lot of good talking points in that, I will say. So Derek, how's been the response on that video? I've been getting a lot of responses on it.
They have anime porn. LOL.
I've had about.
You make it all, Rob, so you should know that.
I've had about 130 views on there, and 3D Gusner has replied a couple of times, reference to possibly updating my firmware and stuff.
She was hot as a kid.
Mini Mel? I have no idea, dude. Couldn't tell you. I did watch one that's considered porn, but I wouldn't really consider it porn. It's very etchy. But was the High School of the Dead was actually a good series. It went a little bit on the etchy side for a couple episodes, but all in all, you got to remember the guy did freaking what he worked on. The same animator who created the High School of the Dead was the same creator that worked on Golden Boy. So, yeah, you kind of realize that was a little etchy, but it was good. And there was another one called, which is etchy, like it is considered Pornhub style. I can't remember the name of the title, but oh my good lord. Storyline was actually half decent, but they kind of ended it and they haven't kind of released the rest of it yet. I'm kind of like going, yeah, leave it at a critical point and we have no idea what's going to happen in the next episodes. Ugh. And the comic book kind of ended in the same spot too. It's kind of like, guys, ending would have been great.
Tried doing this in a finer layer height, so I didn't have much sanding to do, and there's a lot of sanding to do on this damn thing.
Famous last words. When you think there's not that much sanding to do, there's a ton of sanding to do.
Well, I would have not took so long and done it at a thicker layer height. There would have been this much damn sanding to do.
What'd you do it at? A 0.1 or a 0.2?
0.12. Or this here part was done, the top part was done at 0.08, and this was done at 0.12. That's why it's two different colors.
Oh, okay.
Because this is 0.08 and this is 0.12. The same materials, everything's the same in the file except for the layer height.
Yeah. If you did at the same layer height, you wouldn't have to be doing all that sanding.
Yeah, I would, because it's the whole thing needs to be sanded. Everything needs to be sanded. It ain't just the joints. You know, it's everywhere needs to be sanded.
Yeah, but I'm saying if you did at two different layer heights, I can understand why there would be so much sanding to be done.
Well, no, that doesn't matter, Ron. When I'm nowhere near the same joints, I'm not sanding near the joints as much as I am everywhere else.
Yeah.
Everywhere else needs to be sanded a lot. The joints lined up for the most part. Just trying to get rid of everything else.
So, Derek, what's next on your print list of things you're going to be printing?
I don't know. Maybe Thanos' sword.
Ah. Did you see the Thanos sword that
About 8 foot tall, yeah.
Knack was doing? Yeah. 4-day print.
Bit longer than a 4-day print.
Especially on our small little printers.
Printed on a monoprice. Mini select.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's where your Delta's going to get busy. Colin, looks like your print's almost done.
Mine?
I say Colin's.
Oh, Collins, yeah. It is.
5 minutes left.
5 minutes?
It's
45.
Oh, 45. Okay.
Yeah, I don't understand how this thing can be that long.
Probably because when it does the threads, it's going to take a little time.
Especially in draft mode. Yeah, the threads are gotta be tough.
John's still here.
Yeah. I guess it came back in.
Who came back in?
You do it, John.
Oh, hey, you do it. Hello, pal.
Now all we got to do is figure out some way to get Derek over on the get it butt over to America so we can take him to, well, or he gets his butt down here just in time for Murph or Earth. You see all the craziness that is 3D printing. Cat wants in?
Yeah, Cat wants in. Come out. No, back out. Okay.
There's like doors open. That's all it is.
Yeah, so that is my latest.
While he's defender 3 Bondo, you keep.
That's my latest mask I've done.
Going good.
Ron?
What?
That's my latest mask.
Yeah.
One Matrix.
Looks good, actually. One thing I kind of noticed, though, oh, that's what I'm seeing. Okay. How long did that take you to print?
About 3 days.
Ouch. 3 different prints?
The thing is, I was meant to be using the Silk Laguna from everyone to print it.
Yep.
And I just kept on having issues with the silk. So after about 4 days of trying to print it out, I'll order locally from the UK. Got some more filament from 3D Prints in the UK and printed it straight out.
That's cool. Speaking of print and stuff, have you heard anything from Fun King yet?
Nothing. Absolutely.
Really?
Yeah. So if anyone out there does speak to Glenn from Funking 3D, please remind him about sending my filament over. I mean, I haven't seen the filament. I've contacted him. I've told him. He reckons. Well, he wants to bundle a few more items so I can send on for him.
Yeah.
But yeah, if someone's contacted him, just let me know that I'm still waiting.
I should hit him on Twitter. He'll probably see it then, or during Fun in the Country basement.
I've messaged him on several on the Fun in the Country basement on Twitter, and all he says is, "Oh yeah, I'm just waiting to hear." Just send me the filament. That's all you gotta do. So Glenn at Funking 3D, look, I'm looking right in the eye. I want my filament. I won.
And then when you get it, you're going to have to probably dehydrate it and everything else.
I'll be surprised if I even see it sometime this year.
Yeah.
I mean, it might pay my way for me to go there and pick it up.
Yeah, pick it up at Earth.
I'll be like, hey.
Right. What you need to do is you need to print out a Derek mask for Ron. He can go to Earth and say,
"Yeah,
where's my filament?
Where's my filament?"
And then 6 months later, it gets delivered to him.
Yeah. Crazy.
Oh, brother.
But on the back of the video that I've actually put up recently, reference to the Prusa Mark II flex plate. I've updated the firmware, and I've also got a optical filament runout sensor now.
Oh, nice.
I already had the part.
Did you get the one of the ones off of AliExpress?
No. I already had the parts because obviously when I was building my Hypercube, I had the parts spare. And all I'd done was printed a bit off of. I printed a thing off of Thingiverse and just popped it on there, plugged it in, worked straight away. I did have to update the update the firmware, so it's got a filament runout sensor now on the settings, which is really cool.
I still don't have a filament runout sensor on that CR10. I cannot get that to.
Hey, 3D Printing for Life just jumped in.
Hey, how's it going?
Yeah, it's from Rob UK. So, Eric, have you ever met Rob, or Rob ever met up, or no, not yet?
I don't know Rob, unfortunately.
Ah, well, he says well, I guess he's from the UK also, if I remember correctly.
Well, he's welcome to sub to me. My channel.
It's a tiny island. How do you not know everyone on the... How does everyone not know everyone else? Damn it.
Right, okay. Don't want to be too political about this. We are a tiny island with a lot of people on.
Yeah.
It's a tiny little island with a lot of people and some very strange, very, very, very old borders.
Yeah, and due to this Brexit thing, I'm not getting political, but I'm just saying, due to Brexit, I think it was to do with stopping people coming into the country as much as they have been.
Yeah, but isn't Brexit broken?
I mean, no disrespect, but our Prime Minister has actually handed up the gloves and decided to walk out on it. So, obviously, there's someone else taking over next month. Whether or not it will happen, I don't know, but I'd rather think I'll just get a green card and go over to the States. I don't know.
There you go.
There you go.
At one point, I thought I was going to go move to Canada, but then that didn't work out either.
No.
So my point being that maybe the States are not where you want to be.
You know, you being English and British, you know, Canada's still part of the Commonwealth. You probably can easily get into Canada with no problem.
Are they? Is Canada still part of the Commonwealth? I thought that ended in like '84 or something.
I mean, I don't even know if the UK is part of the Commonwealth with the way things are going here. I mean, I don't even think that we're going to be on this planet by the end of the year, the way things are. So I reckon they're just going to put a load of, I don't know, jetpacks or something on the island, and we're just going to go up in the air. We're not going to be a part of anywhere, just us.
So you're going to become like Magneto and have your own mutant lights colony, eh?
I think we're going to become like Sokovia.
Oh, I thought it was going to be like that movie. What is it called?
It was the Age of
Mortal Engines.
Yeah, Mortal Engines. That's what's going to happen to England.
Yeah, just going around, you know. All right, guys.
Destroying other countries.
Yeah.
What a dumb movie that was.
It reminded me back of a film called The Wild Wild West with Will Smith.
Really? Wild Wild West?
Yeah, think about it. With that big, like, mechanical thing
Yeah.
It
was a weird-ass movie.
It was a weird-ass movie.
It was making fun of the old version and then adding a little twist of sci-fi to it.
And then they add they went way overboard with adding,
Yeah.
Oh, well.
I'll be right back, guys.
The first half of it was half decent. It's the second half that just went right off the rails.
Yeah.
So you said, well, we may not be on the planet in the next few years. So my first thought was of nuclear testing on islands, and because this is how my mind works, I remembered that SpongeBob SquarePants takes place in a place they call Bikini Bottom, which is theoretically under Bikini Atoll, which explains why they have all of these walking, talking sea creatures.
Oh man. I'm sorry, but SpongeBob SquarePants. I just remember the dumb movie where David Hasselhoff had a part in it,
Yeah.
being like a superhuman dolphin or something like that. They made
What?
Yeah.
inside the episode of Bob was SquarePants, the movie. David Hasselhoff has a scene in it where he becomes like a dolphin.
Okay, I was making a joke about nuclear testing, and you clearly know way too much about SpongeBob SquarePants. I don't know what to say.
The only reason I know that is because there's a station called YTV out here in Canada.
I was going to say, you better have some small children over there or something.
YTV was known for playing SpongeBob SquarePants right after they would show, and I swear to God, the old version of Thundercats again. They were re-airing it all. The old 4x3 Thundercats, which I remember watching when I was a kid.
Wow.
So I was enjoying watching that, and then every so often you'd see the commercial for this Bob SquarePants movie pop up on the screen, and they love the David Hasselhoff scene. It's like, oh, good Lord, I have to see this commercial again.
Huh.
Yeah.
I had no idea that Hasselhoff was in that.
Yeah, he had a part in the Bob SquarePants. It's just a cameo scene, but it made fun of his Baywatch days, which made it even more funnier. But they would air it every time. They said, tonight on YTV, catch David Hasselhoff in his new movie, SpongeBob SquarePants, the movie. Oh, God, not this stupid ad again.
You know, the Baywatch movie was very highly underrated.
Which one? The Rock version?
The new one.
Yeah, the one with The Rock, yeah.
With The Rock, yeah. Was there another one?
There was an original Baywatch movie made from the same. It came out a year after they canceled Baywatch.
Really?
They came out with a TV movie, and then they brought back the Baywatch TV series because people loved it so much.
Huh.
Well, that was when they were changing characters in the middle of and they went to then they started like airing on Saturdays in the middle of the afternoon type of thing.
All right, guys. Ron, you want to start us out?
They need anime Baywatch.
They need anime Baywatch.
No. There's enough in the original series. We don't need an anime.
Exactly. Anyways, guys, my name is Ron. I run the CMP Canadian Maker Project. If you haven't subscribed already, please go check out our channel, hit subscribe, and be notified whenever we go live, because we do go live every so often. That's
Colin?
it.
Oh.
Well, I'm Colin. I have a channel of no particular description. You look up under Hill. Under Hill CT. I don't necessarily commit to publishing any videos on any sort of regular basis, but when I do, they generally are quite entertaining. So hop on, say hi, subscribe, all that good stuff.
Derek.
Yeah, I'm Derek from the UK, across the pond. My channel is Dell's Logos 3D Printing. I get videos out as I can due to work commitments, and majority of them are fairly informative. My latest video was about the flex plate on the Prusa Mark II, which I'd done for under £30, so give that a watch if you can. But yeah, like, comment, subscribe, ring the bell, all that good stuff.
All right. Well,
That
thank you,
video,
guys.
by the way, is going to be my next watch, actually, after we end this.
Thank you guys for coming on today, and I hope you come back on again soon. we'll be back on Sunday. I appreciate everybody in the chat showing up today. Yeah, don't forget to check out everybody's channel if you haven't done so already, and subscribe to them and hit that like button. And we will see you all on Sunday, I guess. Maybe see you tonight if Ron does a live stream. Thank you
Have
all.
a good one, all.
Cheers,
Have a
guys.
good day.